Good day, truth-seeking friends watching this program. My name is Altizator, or Ernst, as most people know me. With me is Ibulama, or Nikita, as most people know her. You can find more about us on our website, Brahma's Tower of Light. Please check it out, guys. It's worth it. It entails the most needed spiritual and psychic wisdom not found anywhere among Western people. My sincere thanks to the Most High Toratre Yahweh Goriad, all the Lightside Guides He appointed over me, who guided me to complete these programs, or to compile these programs. Thanks to the guide Koga, who informed me about the title of this program, Pelasa Toratre Yahweh Goria. And thank you, Nikita, for presenting this wonderful program with me. Porento, that is Cabos, my spouse, and Pebazola, Nikita's spouse, Iliska. Thanks for the technical care of all these series. Thanks to Florence and Zontara, who help verify and ensure the contents of each program via our two-way communication systems with our Lightside guides. If you find this program worthwhile, which I'm sure they will, please, guys, subscribe, like, and share with other truth-seeking friends. Tickle the little bell icon to be notified of forthcoming programs, and please pay attention not to miss the many dozens of facts to remember during these lectures.
Ernst, just a big pleasure working alongside you, as always. In today's program, we discuss which path of faith forward. If you have not watched the previous programs in this series, please do so to understand the endlessness of the deities governing the endless heavens or dimensions, their sub-dimensions and sub-sub-dimensions. Be mindful and educate your children to be aware of the true deity in reality before you choose your faith for your and your descendants' paths on earth in the future.
To become properly informed about the true deity in reality, we must identify which Satanic Darkside God or gods led the world's population astray. The true reason behind why Earth countries are constantly at war. Furthermore, we must identify the laws followed on Earth which led people to take up weapons against each other. Is it Satan's Christian laws, or is it the cosmic laws that were transgressed?
Whose laws led to bloodshed and war? Satan's or the Most High's cosmic laws? We must identify the Darkside Gods, plural, and their Darkside laws that led to war, not peace. We must analyze the satanic actions taken that led to the Lightside Kingdom's deities' reaction, which is war as a cleaning up action.
Brilliant, Nikita. The Christian Bible serves as a pathfinder for Christianity on earth and swarms with examples of what exactly triggered wars during biblical times. On behalf of the Christian skeptics who after 2,000 years still believe the so-called curse of the law was replaced by the grace covenant of the 13th self-declared Apostle Paul, we provide proof of current actions and legislation around the world that led to civil and international war. The real curse of the law Christians refer to still applies and was proven thousands of times during the past 2,000 years of Christianity on earth to be in place. Definitely.
A few Western Christians are aware that the 2,000 years of Christianity on earth concluded at midnight on the 31st day of the year 1999. Although the 2000 years of Aquarius started the next day, Christians still try to prove their Christian lies to be the truth. They cannot understand that Christianity has concluded. We are 24 years old in the star house of Aquarian already. When are they going to wake up and get real?
You know, Kitty, if you think of it, it sounds impossible, eh? 24 years later and they still don't know it. According to statistics on the internet, 31% of the world's population is Christian, divided into more than 6,000 different Christian denominations, ranging from church-going Western Christians on the one side to African Christian churches where voodoo as black magic are practiced daily. Due to the size of Christianity on earth, we will analyze to identify their satanic gods and their Christian satanic laws that led and still lead the earth population to wars and bloodshedding. Who are the Christian gods?
The answer is many, maybe 6,000 or more. If they had one God, he would have taught all his flock the same. Christianity's main God is the so-called Trinity God, which has no name among Christians. The Trinity was selected by the Roman Catholic Church of Rome to be the main God of Christianity. This happened nearly 2,000 years ago. Christians believe they pray to different gods as the Roman Catholic Church.
Yep. The Trinity God, followed by Christians globally, is the unfair God who let the sinless be murdered so that a murderer could walk free. Remember the cross? Yes, to me as a servant of the highest Orator Yahweh Goria, this means if I become sinless, like Jesus or Joshua Redopa, who never transgressed any law, I would end up being murdered for the sins of other people.
Most Christian denominations believe the Roman Catholic Church alone serves Satan. However, they too pray to the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, representing Satan, Satan's one son Lucifer, and the demonic kingdoms.
Western Christians' general behavior on earth prove that or either Lightside angelical behavior or Darkside demonic behavior. You can only judge if you know what both sides entail. This is one of many reasons we compiled all the previous series on deity and deity sciences. If you have not watched it before, you will find it on our website, Brahma's Tower of Light. You can download the most crucial on deity and deity science for free from our website under the section More Info and or YouTube.
Analyze the Western Christian ways, their general mindset, and the crime rates in their Christian countries. Do the same with the remaining 4 biggest religions on earth and decide if what you see represents the Satanic Darkside Kingdoms or the Lightside Kingdoms of the highest Orator Yahweh Goria.
You will be able to judge only if you know both sides, laws and their ways. Don't be biased to comment until you've weighed the lifestyles and laws of both Lightside and Darkside kingdoms against each other.
The degree of the Christian Bible falsifications through the ages is common news among most people of other big religions. With more than 6,000 different Christian denominations worldwide, each with its Christian laws and mindset, it is mindless to expect anything good to come from it. As was proven repeatedly, theologians study church management and no real deity knowledge is possible.
Each type of Christian church or Christian denomination believes in what suits them to believe. It differs from nation to nation. Culture plays its role, As long as Christians can be at the steering wheel of their lives, being their God, deciding their future, they are happy. As one big church community globally, they form the big Christian lie-spreading institution in Satan's service. More than 6,000 different answers to the same question from the Christian Trinity God's mouth. Ridiculous, to say the least.
Some Christian denominations promoted the Messiah Jesus to be their Lord or Almighty. They pray to him and call him their Almighty God. Because Christian pastors, dominies, and other lie proclaimers study church management and not the true deity, they do not know the multiple levels, ranks, and titles between a Messiah and a God.
What to expect them to know the next levels higher up to the Almighty and the highest orator Yahweh Gloria? They cannot even teach the true meaning of the title God in the first verse of the Christian Bible.
Jesus is another God Christians follow. Jesus is not the name of the Hebrew man Yeshua Redopa, the real Christ. Jesus is a Greek name meaning son of Zeus, the Greek god. Yeshua Redopa was one of many messiahs who came to lead the tribe of Israel on the way to the highest orator Yahweh Gloria.
The Christian Bible's Old Testaments swarms of messiahs raised for Israel during their history. In the 6th book of the Christian Bible, named Judges, in chapter 3, we read of 3 messiahs raised for Israel in a very short time. The main reason for a Messiah to be raised for Israel was Israel's unwillingness to stop hybridizing among cursed Nephilim and satanic seed line nations around them. Every time Israel transgressed the cosmic law of authenticity, they had to face a bloody war. Amalgamation leads to the hybridizing of different humanities, which never before led to peace and never will. This was proved thousands of times before.
Christians around the globe serve the wrong Christ and the wrong laws. Proof is around you to experience, to convince yourself. Christians serve Satan and live by Satan's laws and lies, as proved by the Roman Catholic Church herself. The internet swarms with video material where senior church leaders of the Vatican in Rome praised Lucifer as the Son of God, their God, one of the Christian gods.
Which cosmic law stands out to be transgressed the most throughout all the ages? The cosmic law of authenticity, which prohibits different skin-colored nations from living a metropolitan lifestyle, hybridizing or ruling one over the other, with good reason, experienced by the highest since before earth was created.
People around the globe are waking up from their mind-controlled state. They start to see the results of the worldwide amalgamation of nations prescribed by the New World Order as the one world government. Furthermore, white Western people are not interested anymore in defending their countries, which are overcrowded with foreign nations' people. The New World Order as the one world government forced down legislation to get rid of authenticity or apartheid worldwide.
The white European nations want their culture ID back. They want Europe back as it was before the infiltration of foreign immigrants started. They want to get rid of foreign immigrants overshadowing their own numbers. They want their countries for themselves. They want to live according to their own cultures. Presently, they have nothing worldwide to fight for.
The whites want to live alone in white countries as it was supposed to be according to the cosmic laws of the highest Doratre Yahweh Goria. In a video clip on WhatsApp, a man stated that the world should go back to Christianity while Europe should get rid of its immigrants.
Christianity led 31% of the world's population to a third world war due to the satanic ways it proclaims and force down on people. The world must never go back to Christianity of any denomination. It is mindless to go back to the roots of all evil, to start all over again.
Only an uninformed fool will consider going back to Christianity. A true Satan worshipper, by the Bible's definition of Satanism, will have no problem at all going back to Satan's ways, led by a Messiah or Satan himself. The second proposal of the man in the video is wise. The world should get rid of the seducers behind amalgamation.
I agree. According to the history of Israel in the Bible, to the history of modern nations, unfortunately, a civil war is the only way to get rid of other skin-colored immigrants. Getting rid of another skin color in each white European country will turn into a bloodbath, which is unpreventable. History since the first humanity on earth, approximately 201,365,180 years ago, swarm of Satan's ways, leading to amalgamation and hybridizing between true Lightside and true Darkside nations, races and sub-races.
How do other spiritually higher developed Lightside vibrating humanities on other planets keep the cosmic law of authenticity? Some higher dimensions of Lightside vibrating planets house either one humanity of one creator Hefkanam or multiple humanities of different Lightside creator Hefkanams.
Each Lightside humanity's legislation is 100% according to the provisions of the cosmic laws of the highest Doratre Yahweh Goria. Each humanity of a different skin color is housed in a different country where they learn to become independent of other countries wherever possible. Each humanity lives according to his own culture. These Lightside humanities are never at war because they all live in peace and harmony, serving the highest Doratre Yahweh Goria. They do not want to live otherwise.
When Satan's offspring or other higher up in rank and title Darkside nations share the same planet, the following are experienced. Satan's created demonic life forms in or outside human or human-like bodies do not know the light side and cannot adapt to any light side of humanity. Wherever they infiltrate light side humanities, the crime rate escalates. Because they represent the dark side, the satanic kingdoms, they cannot create, think, organize, plan, finance, coordinate, or live the light side ways. They steal and corrupt to get what they cannot create due to their lowest IQs. They know Satan's ways, no other way.
These enemies of the light side kingdoms of the highest Doratre Yahweh Goria usually form terrorist organizations through which they can fight the light side kingdoms representatives on earth. Satanic seed lines on earth ruling earth humanities have no low IQ like human, like third dimension visible demonic life forms I refer to.
Most satanic seed lines on earth are white people serving and representing Satan and other dark side fallen Hefkanams. As long as your country is governed by dark side representatives or the New World Order, you will never experience what we know as heaven on earth.
Light side heaven on earth is not what Satan wants. Satan hates fairness as proven by Christian businesses, etc. globally. On planet Pentora in dimension 22, where Satan came to a fall, fairness was the reason for that fall. Satan did not want to be promoted fairly and deservingly to the highest level, which could take trillions of years, according to their time spans. He demanded to be on the same level as the highest orator Yahweh Goria. The cosmic laws of fairness and deservedness caused Satan's fall. When Satan was bound on earth approximately 201,365,118 years ago, Satan declared that no cosmic law shall be part of his reign on earth. Where Satan's seat lines rule, there will be no fairness, deservingness, peace, balance, harmony, or authenticity. Unfortunately not.
On Earth, Darkside representatives work hard to be promoted in the afterlife according to how or in which way they proclaimed Satan's ways on Earth. Although the Darkside overshadow us as Lightside representatives on Earth, we know what is coming. We know what to expect soon, and we are prepared to survive as Lightside souls. As I stated before, the Satanic Darkside forces may kill the human bodies we give consciousness to. However, to us as souls, they never have no power.
What do we know to help the Lightside upcoming generations? We know that the New World Order will orchestrate a display of the second coming of Jesus, after which white Christians who survived the Third World War will be Christians again, serving a Messiah while strongly mind-controlled by the Illuminati or the New World Order.
The upcoming humanities replacing the current humanities on Earth will be better informed due to the Biramis writings that will still be in place 3,000 years from now. A true Lightside humanity will always fight for the following.
Each skin-colored humanity must govern itself to be 100% independent of Darkside countries. This is where the so-called Darkside created humanities will prove themselves incapable of living according to the cosmic laws of the highest. They are not interested to do so, so they will prove it themselves. They will be incapable of developing without the help of other skin-colored nations. They are the ones with the lowest IQs on earth, living in the bush or swarms among true humanities to steal, murder, and corrupt. Their biggest goal on earth is to let Satan govern all nations, sub and sub-sub races, according to Satan's ways, withdraw from them and keep the bad ones out.
In a true Lightside governed country, if a white mother, for example, becomes pregnant with another skin-colored male's child, she and her child will be banished to live with a husband of a different skin color in his country. The wheat must be burned and replaced with true Lightside representatives. All must serve the cosmic laws of the highest Toratre Yahweh Goria and live according to the Lightside Deities' code of conduct.
Why would any Lightside humanity people want to live otherwise? If Earth history has proven the provisions of the cosmic laws to be the best if you want to live in peace, balance, and harmony, why would any Lightside person want to visit a Darkside governed country where all humans are mind-controlled to do Satan's ways and the crime rate is sky high? Even the thought of it convinced me not to act mindless. If you want to know what is happening in other Darkside governed countries, watch world news or news from the New World Order itself.
The question on hand is, why do you want to expose yourself to countries living the dark side ways of Satan, knowing by going there you will become demonic possessed, robbed, raped, locked up in a jail, or murdered? Always reach out to what is more enlightened than yourself. Never go back to what you believed before concerning God. Get real and start living real light side if you want to save yourself from the dark side afterlife realms.
In a true light side governed country, all national, provincial and municipal laws must be rooted in the cosmic laws and nothing else, not according to what dark side governors and representatives want. Learn the cosmic laws and live by its provisions if you want to live in peace and harmony. I mean, this is our put on the table, for them. They can decide on it.
Any true light side governed country's governors must be from the nation for the nation, not a Greek governing a Chinese country or a black governing whites or whites governing red-skinned nations. Let the blacks govern themselves, the yellow themselves, and let the whites do the same. All true light side countries' governments must consist of their pure seed lines representing them. The strongest must and will survive. No amalgamation of any kind, no hybridizing of any kind, each skin color, nation or race for himself.
Competition is important to let the best one rule. I mean, there you've got the, what do they call it, this international sport, the Olympic sports and all that. Yes, you do not have to call it authenticity or apartheid. Call it normal, because that is what it is supposed to be. Let the different creator Hefkanams created humanities compare which skin color humanity has the highest IQ and prove to be the best to rule the world. Like everywhere, the strongest will rule.
What would the impact on Earth be if the Earth or your country were ruled by a light side Hefkanam who sees that all legislation is fixed in the cosmic laws of the highest? No crime escalation or the lowest crime rate, no unfairness, no money worshippers from the dark side, and no lies. We who are still alive experienced this during the apartheid era in South Africa.
During apartheid in South Africa, when white people ruled, we suffered one murder every 7 years. After apartheid, when blacks and browns ruled, at one time a murder every 47 seconds. During apartheid, South Africa experienced the lowest crime rate ever. After the end of apartheid in South Africa, in other words, the end of the cosmic laws, South Africa was one of the financial richest countries on earth. After the end of apartheid, South Africa degraded to a country of junkyard status. There is your proof to decide from.
During the apartheid era, South Africa was one of the fastest developing Western countries on earth. After apartheid governed by blacks and browns, junkyard status. During the apartheid era in South Africa, whites had a unique dress code. Today, whites in South Africa have no first world dress code anymore and dress up like most under the third world races.
During the apartheid era in South Africa, white children attended schools for white children, where first world standards were in place, excellent manners, etc. After apartheid, blacks and browns could not master first world standards. South African schools and university standards were lowered to accommodate the third world average IQs, which are not accepted by other first world countries. Discipline was replaced by barbarism, where teachers are raped, stabbed with knives, or murdered by school children.
If you want to learn from the war between Israel and Hamas, the following question arises. Why are Israel and Hamas at war? The finger points at the New World Order's legislation of allowing amalgamation and the metropolitan lifestyle in Gaza.
The Gaza Strip and the West Bank are two Palestinian terrorist or territories that were part of Mandate Palestine and were captured by Israel during the Six-Day War in 1967. There are over 5 million Palestinians combined living in these two territories. If Israel experienced acts of terrorism or originating in Gaza, orchestrated by the terrorist group Hamas, it is obvious that Israel must be allowed to kill its dark side enemies.
If you look at Israel's Prime Minister, Mr. Netanyahu, we do not see a Darkside Edom seed line representative, but a Lightside representative fighting for justice and peace. If you look at Orthodox Jews and compare them to modern Israelites, there is a big difference in their facial features. We know the seed line of Edom, Jacob's twin brother, was cursed by the highest 23 times throughout the Bible. They are becoming extinct, while the real Israelites from Jacob's seed line are incarnated back to Israel to reclaim the country as it is now.
Yes, this is our view of what is going on now. With all this proof at hand, it is obvious that dark side representatives on earth will prefer the current dark side ways on earth when choosing their path of faith forward. Remember, they want to be their God at the steering wheel of their lives on earth. Fortunately, true light side representatives in Earth School of Learning are not programmed to feel at ease in a dark side environment. After all of us are individual students at Earth School of Learning.
In the next program, we discuss and lecture on whether human soul exchange is a reality, who is in charge of human soul exchanges, and why are people's souls exchanged or replaced with other souls. Can we identify when a human soul has been swapped and what the consequences of each swap or replacement entails?
This true reality is not for the faint of heart. However, because soul swappings take place daily, you must know the danger of it. Until then, bye.